So let me share another soapbox moment with y'all. I be trying to mind my business, but I swear, folks just be saying some crazy stuff. So it's very difficult to try to have a conversation with people who think they know everything. And so the situation came up about academics versus skill. And so when you think about maybe a high school student and a college student and all the things that should be put in place during those years so that when you come out of school, you're not sitting there looking for someone to hire you and you technically have done nothing but really go to school, or you just really have the skill but no academic background to support what you're trying to do. So when it comes to stuff like that, the best way that you can avoid being one of those people who are just looking for a job for months or years is to pre-plan. So you start putting something in motion a year or 2 or 5. People have 5-year plans. You put those things into place ahead of time so that you can pick an end goal and work backwards and do everything that is necessary to lead yourself up to that moment. So then by the time you've reached that year goal or that 2-year or that 5-year goal, you have met and checked off all of your boxes that you needed to check, so that when you come out, it's like, yeah, hand me my job offer. And and that's basically the simplest way to put it. But not only my personal example, but examples of many people before me are that you do things that set yourself up for you to be able to come out and have it be smooth sailing. So me, for example, I started my Charm School program as a way to get soft skill training experience under my belt. Even though it was something that I did as an entrepreneur, it got me my first job. But people don't look at it that way, because they assume that just because they went to school or went to college and got good grades, that is going to be enough to get them where they need to go. And it's very, very, very competitive. And I mean, unless you're going to work for something on the smaller side as far as a company size or standard or requirements, then that's fine. You may be able to smooth or breeze by with a 2.0 or anything like that. But if you want to be competitive and really be out here and able to just rake in opportunities as you see fit, then you have to do extra work. You just can't walk in plain Jane, because there's going to be somebody else like me who be doing the most, who's going in for that same job, and they're going to pick the other person that be doing the most because they have the most to contribute. So my advice to college students when I speak to them is to participate in everything that humanly possible and that you can manage with some sanity. Participate in that stuff so that you can have leverage when it's time for you to come out of school, because these companies and the way things are going and technology, and you talking about wanting to work for Google and Apple and Facebook and all these big companies, we can do that stuff. And when I say we, I mean we can do those things, but you can't just come in as if just the grades are going to be enough or just the skill is going to be enough. You want to combine all of those things. You want to combine being an entrepreneur. You want to be able to say, look, I can manage myself, so yes, I can manage this big job that you're trying to give me or whatever it is that you're trying to have contribute to your company, because these companies are moving forward. They're moving forward with technology. They need people that know how to do that stuff, not somebody that just come in to punch the clock, because they got computers and now robots that can do your job. And so that's not going to be enough. So I mean, you're going to have to step up. And if it's too late for you, or if you feel like that's just not something you want to do, then help your kids to step up. Help these other kids out in the community to step up. Because if we don't get some type of skin in the game, our kids are going to be left behind, and they're not going to be able to participate in the forward moving world that is happening. I mean, look at what's going on in politics. Look at all this stuff that's happening. However, there is a silver lining. There's education that's now being made free. There are programs. There's everything at your fingertips. You can go out and turn selling a bottle of water into a business if that's what you choose to do. So, I mean, teaching your kids how to have hustle and how to want to do things for themselves, whether that be in the boardroom or whether that be for their own venture. I mean, we just got to do better, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. My son is 14, about to be 15 years old. He's going to high school. And there's no way, knowing what I know, that I could let him do 4 years of high school or 4 years of college and just go in there and read a book and get a grade and come out and think that he's going to be a competitive young man, a competitive young black man. Yeah, he does extracurricular activities and sports and all that stuff, but depending on what it is that you want to do, you have to be able to have a nice looking resume, have some experience, be well-rounded, if you want to call it that. And so I think that we as parents have to remember that as we're still going on our journey, we have to help our kids with their journey as well. And so that starts with taking a proactive approach and not just waiting until you graduate to look for something.